Hello, pool players. This is Debbie from Billiards for You. In this video, I'm going to teach you new players how to jump. But before we get started, if you're a fan of billiards-related content designed specifically for newer players, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Now, I hope you're ready to learn how to jump. All right, pool players, the first step is to learn how to jump a chalk. So we're going to place the cue ball about 3 to 4 inches from the rail, and then we're going to put an object ball just sitting in the pocket. Next, we're going to place a chalk in between the cue ball and the object ball, about 12 to 16 inches away from the cue ball. Next, you're going to line up the cue ball as if you were going to make the object ball with a stun shot. So you're really going to go for maybe just below center ball. Then you're going to raise your bridge a little and elevate the back of your cue, but you want to make sure that you're aiming at the same point you were when you were going to pocket the ball with a stun shot. Next, you're going to make sure your elbow is locked up high and that your pendulum arm is loose. And you're going to drive through the center of the cue ball. Just like that. It may take you a few times before you're able to achieve jumping the chalk. But again, cue ball 3 to 4 inches from the rail. We're going to bridge off the rail first, and then we're going to bridge off the table next. But really, you just want to get a feel for that swing. You make sure you lock that elbow, and this arm has got to stay loose, and you really got to drive through the ball. Don't tense up your wrist. Keep everything nice and loose. So again, aim center ball. Keep your tip pointed in the same spot, but raise the back of the cue. You see I raise my bridge just a little. Keep that elbow locked high and drive through the center of the ball. Just like that.
If you can jump a chalk, then you can also jump the edge of a ball. In this example, the cue ball does not have a clear path to pocket the 5 ball, and I can't play the shot off the rail because the 11 ball is in the way. But since I know I can jump a chalk, then I know I can use my playing cue to jump the edge of the 8 ball. Let's watch the shot again in slow motion. In the slow motion replay, you can clearly see the edge of the cue ball clearing the edge of the 8 ball.
Once you've perfected jumping the chalk, bridging from the rail, then you're going to set up the shot again, but you're going to put the cue ball maybe 6 to 8 inches from the rail. Again, you're going to put the chalk 12 to 14 inches from the cue ball, and you're going to do the same shot, except you're going to bridge from the table. So this is going to require a much higher bridge. And what I do when I'm bridging is I just kind of put my fingers like this and stick my thumb out. And I've got a short, fat finger. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. So it might take you some time to get your bridge stable, and that's okay. Just practice. If you find that you're really unstable, get one of these little table protectors, or put down a piece of cloth or paper or something to protect your table, because you really don't want to ruin your felt or somebody else's felt. So again, I'm going to start by lining up the shot as if I was going to shoot it with stun. Then bridging from the table, I'm going to bring my cue up, but I'm going to aim at that same spot, lock my elbow up high, keep my pendulum arm loose, and drive through the ball. Just like that. Make sure you chalk well, especially when you start using a jump cue. Again, aim it as if you were going to shoot it as a stun shot. Keep your tip pointed at that same spot. Elevate your cue, elbow locked, pendulum arm nice and loose and drive through the ball. Once you've mastered the art of jumping a chalk, then it's time to learn how to jump a ball. For this, you're definitely going to need a jump cue, and I highly recommend getting something to protect the table. Last thing you want to do is rip your cloth or rip somebody else's cloth. So get a protector or a piece of paper or something, put it down. So just like with jumping the chalk, we're going to begin by bridging off of the rail. So again, you're going to set an object ball in the pocket. Making the ball in this situation isn't the important part. The important part is just getting the ball to jump. I'll do another video in the future where I talk about the different ways to jump. Like there's the pendulum, the overhand, and the dart style. And I'll also go over like how to aim and all that stuff. So for right now, we're just focusing on getting the ball to jump. So you're going to place the cue ball about 4 to 5 inches from the rail. Place a ball between the object ball in the pocket and the cue ball, about 12 to 14 inches away. You can adjust the distance if needed. We're going to start by learning the dart style in this video because it's the easiest to learn with, and it's the easiest to understand the action of the jump shot, what kind of stroke is needed to get the ball to jump. So you're going to begin by holding the jump cue like a pencil. Then you're going to do a high bridge. Now you're going to lock your elbow and your arm close to your body. All of the action is going to be done with the wrist. Okay, so you're going to do a high bridge. And again, you're going to drive through the center of the cue ball. So what I mean by that is if there was a diamond in the very center of the cue ball, your goal is to point the stick at that diamond and drive through to that diamond at all times. So we're going to do a high bridge, lock our arm, our elbow close to our body, and we're just going to flick our wrist. Just like that. Now, the mistake that a lot of newer people that are trying to jump make is trying to come in really, really, really high, coming in with your stick way up here, and that's not necessary. In fact, like on a jump shot like this, I'd even bend my knees a little bit in order to bring the back of the cue down so that I'm not coming in such a steep angle. So again, I'm locking that arm toward my body and I'm just using the flick of my wrist. High bridge, aiming so I'm driving through the center of the ball that I'm jumping, locking my arm towards my body, and again, I'm just flicking my wrist. Once you understand the mechanics of a jump shot, getting a ball to jump isn't difficult. The difficult part is controlling the jump, aiming the jump, and controlling the cue ball when you jump. But for now, we're not going to worry about all that. I just want you to focus on getting the ball to jump. High bridge, locked my arm and my elbow to my chest, to my body, flicking the wrist. Now, once you're able to jump the ball while bridging off the rail, then you want to practice bridging off the table. So you're going to move the cue ball forward maybe 5 to 6 inches from the rail and bridge with your hand on the table. It's going to take quite a high bridge, so it might help to move your bridge hand closer to the cue ball when jumping the ball. But the rest of it's the same. You're going to drive through the center of the cue ball. Your elbow and your arm is going to be locked toward your body, and you're just going to use your wrist. Just like that. You really want to put a lot of energy and focus into making sure that your jump cue is chalked regularly. So again, bridge on the table, elbow, arm locked to my body, and I'm just going to use the power in my wrist to jump. If you're struggling with jumping, the odds are you're not getting enough flick at the wrist or that you're starting to jab with your arm. It's really important to keep that arm locked to your body so you don't start doing that. Just flick your wrist. So that time I didn't quite get over the ball that I was trying to jump over. And most likely that was an issue with me just not putting enough force into it. So again, arm locked towards my body, bridge stable, just a flick of the wrist. There we go.
Once you become proficient at jumping dart style, then you can learn the pendulum method or the overhand method. In my opinion, the dart style is the easiest way to jump, but it is more difficult to control the cue ball. I have better aim and control of the cue ball when using the pendulum method. However, it is difficult for me to get the cue elevated enough to jump balls when they are close. The overhand method is a new technique that I'm still learning to perfect, so I only use it while practicing.
If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos on jumping, let me know in the comments. Until next time, play hard and have fun. Bye.